So now we're on site at Belmont. The works have begun. We just felt we couldn't let the decay continue for another winter.
We've identified the building in its most important time, and that was the time when Eleanor Code lived here back in the late 1700s. We've identified the extensions that were added on at various times through the building's life, and we want to put the building back to its original maritime seaside villa. So the most important part of the building is here. The bit that we're going to be taking away is indicated by the scaffolding that's wrapped around it. Again, we've identified the tower to be important as well. So the middle section is going to be taken down completely. And once we've taken the roof off, we take out all the timbers, take all the joists out, and then we get a machine to carefully fold the building in on itself. But prior to that, we've got to do a soft takedown of the join between the two buildings here. We'll cut down here with some diamond disc blades on both sides. Hopefully the cuts will meet. Then that separates the building that we're going to take away from the original historic fabric. What we're left with is a small section of masonry attached, which makes it a lot easier for us to take it away. So we'll be using traditional tools, hammers, bolsters, and carefully revealing the building underneath without any damage. That's the idea. This is blue lias, which is the stone that a lot of the building has been built with. So when we cut into this, everything from this way will be taken down, and every stone that is of value will be separated and cleaned and kept for any masonry work that's going to be done later on. We want to reuse as much as we can. I mean, to the point where these joists, you can't get better than that. These are absolutely fantastic. They've been conditioned to this building. They've got the RH levels, which is the humidity, so they won't twist or warp. So they're very, very reliable timber. So we're going to save all them as well. We're going to denail them, clean them up, put them as, square them all off for reuse later. So the philosophy is to reuse as much as we can. The lads are taking off the slates. There's been an attempt at sealing the roof, and they've used a spray foam. So as you can see, the slates are stuck down. So unfortunately we can't get them off in one piece, which is a real shame. We think this was done in the 1960s, to be honest. I think it was a quick fix to try and retain as heat retention, as insulation. It might have been a good idea at the time, but it's certainly done so much damage from a conservation point of view, which it means that this slate is completely unusable. So this is an example of a slate that wasn't spray foamed underneath. This is the underside, and this is a great slate. There's nothing wrong with that. So this can be reused. If they'd not made an attempt to insulate in this loft space, we could have saved all the slate, or at least the 40% that we anticipated we could have done. So this is a real shame, but this will get reused. So this is one of the roof timbers that could have been reused, but because of the spray foam, moisture's been trapped behind, causing the timber to rot, which makes it unusable, to be honest. So again, another short-sighted intervention has caused more damage. So not only the slates are destroyed, but the roof timbers as well. So what Carl's doing here is taking away some of the cement pointing that has been added to this building, which is another detrimental material that's been added to the building. We're revealing the lime course underneath with a view to repointing it in lime, because lime is a material that allows the building to breathe, whereas the cementitious material traps any moisture behind and causes damage. All these embellishments around the front of the building are very important to be kept and saved, which that's one of the main things that we're doing. So prior to the scaffolding going up, we're going to be covering this whole front of the building with plywood boxes, basically, just to protect this important code stone. The fine detail doesn't stand up to a scaffolding pole being placed against it. We've got ththese restorative techniques that we're going to use, which basically just means unpicking this paint this lime wash that has been added to it. We're going to, because cold stone is a very robust and sturdy material, it's a ceramic. So once we've picked it and cleaned it, it's going to be back to its best.
But we still haven't got all the money we need. We're down to the last few £1,000s now. Please help us if you possibly can, so that everybody can enjoy Belmont.